Well, here we are in 2014, and I'd like to wish all of our members, friends, and traders around the world a very happy and prosperous new year. Okay, so it's 2014. Now what? Adam Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club with your market outlook for 2014. Look, I'm going to start off by saying no one knows what's going to happen this year. That's the bottom line. You can have guesses, but that's all they are, guesses, and you don't trade on guesses, in my opinion. But look at the trade triangles. We'll just be looking at the major markets, the 6 major markets we follow. We'll have a special report on gold tomorrow, but I want to just share this with you. So here we are. The indices, both the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P all have green triangles indicating the trend continues to be up, even though we have a red triangle for the daily. Not such an important event, but the trend is still positive. What's interesting on crude oil today, we have a major signal there that crude oil is going lower, something to look at. And also the weekly on the trade triangles on gold still remain negative, and on the euro still positive. So let's go right to the charts and you'll get a good idea of what's going on. Ask about any market and get an answer. Only for members and only from marketclub.com. So here's the Dow, which put in a tremendous performance last year, no question about it. It got a little bit overboard, I should say, on the upside, coming back down. Watch this 50 line, this RSI, the 50 line, very important. If that holds, then it's probably a good place to be looking to be a buyer. So this, if we see the market get down to this level here, this 50 line we talked, it's probably going to find support. That's usually what has happened in the past. So watch that very carefully. Over on the S&P, pretty much the same pattern there. Watch the 50 line down here. We can see that acting as support just like it did here. But for the moment, I think we'll see a little bit more two-way market. We've got a plus 75 is kind of a weaker uptrend, but nonetheless the trend is definitely up. We just sort of stepped this market up from 1780 all the way up to 1850, and I think it's entitled to have some sort of breathing room. Looking at the NASDAQ, a little bit flattening there. You had like 5 days, 6 days in a row where sort of the market didn't go anywhere. So we'll expect to see a pullback in that market. And again, look for the 50 line to offer that support. Trade triangles are still positive longer term, plus 75, so the trend is definitely your friend, and we expect the market to remain pretty positive, at least for the next couple of weeks. But we'll see, and we'll rely on our trade triangles as we mentioned before. Now crude oil is the big mover today. There's a weekly signal at 96.52, 96.40 is the last price. We've gone below the 50 line, so that support is broken. Look at how the 50 line held support right here, and the market moved up. And again, look at how the market was below the 50 line and indicated the weakness, and I think this is also going to indicate further weakness. We were looking for this market to go to 100, over 100. It did do that, and now we're looking for it to go down to the 94, 93 level, right around these levels right here. So let's see how things play out. Gold continues to be sort of that trading range, minus 55 indicating a trading range, but both our weekly and monthly are down longer term. The daily's up, indicating you should probably, if you're following our strategy, which is using the weekly for trend and the daily for timing, be out of this market at the moment and just standing on the sidelines. We'll be doing a special report on gold tomorrow, so be sure to look for that. On the euro and the US dollar, this had a big down day today. You can see we've had some real resistance over this level right here. You can see how it's just sort of acted. This is an area of resistance here, and it sort of acted as a sort of a real strong thing. If this goes down below here, this point right here, this pivot point, this is a pivot point, then we're going to see the dollar do much better. This would indicate a potential move from the 138 down to, let's say, the 136. That's 2. I would say probably down to about the 134 level, right around here. That should be the swing point for the pivot point. So let's see how that plays out, but nonetheless we are in a trading range right here, and that's the important thing to remember. One thing I'm a little bit concerned about, we've just moved below the 50 line here, indicating a little bit further weakness. You can see how we held up in the 50 line for months here, and it's gone below there. So let's see how that plays out, but look for that gold report tomorrow. And also the other thing you want to look at is our Q&A section. We're very happy to do that and answer any questions you may have on the market. So be sure to ask us, and we'll do our very best to answer you in a very prompt and courteous fashion. Hey, I'm Adam Hewison. It's 2014. Welcome. Every success in the new year. I'll be talking to you soon.
You can find Adam Hewison as a regular contributor on Bloomberg, Business News Network, CNBC, and Fox Business News.